Welcome to Super Over. Jarrod Kimber here. Alex Tudor with me as well. Harry Brook's okay.
He's not too bad, is he? Listen, I'm a massive fan. I think he just gets better and better. I know he had talked about that he was maybe overcomplicating it and trying to do too much. I think when he just scales that back and he just goes back to hitting a base and using his wrists, quality player.
I mean, you say that, but at one stage today, he did something that I'm not sure. I think I've seen Glenn Maxwell do it, and I've seen people do it maybe at the end of games when things are going on. But just in like the 9th over or something, he decided to reverse sweep Jimmy Neesham, who's obviously 80 miles per hour, and he nailed it straight to the field. He didn't get any runs, but he nailed it. Like, his eye is almost unlike any I've ever seen in cricket. Technically, there are still issues, but his eye is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's something that you see a lot now. It's not something that would have done in my era where someone's going to reverse sweep.
You would have had a heart attack if someone did that to you.
I might have run through the crease, let me tell you. But listen, these players now, they have no fear, and they're playing these shots more and more in the nets and in practice. So I'm not surprised when I see it. It does bring us a wry smile to my face when I see it. I'm like, I'm glad I'm this side of the line than actually bowling, and just in awe really of what these lads can do now.
Harry Brook was incredible and obviously probably took the game away from New Zealand, but it was Phil Salt early on, really attacking, taking a lot of boundary options. But also, I felt like he wasn't as reckless as he can be at times. It felt like he's almost finding that middle ground of like, I could score at 155 strike rate without being crazy, which is before I felt like he was almost always in the red zone.
What I like now with Phil Salt, not only his consistency, but what I like, he has a firm base, and he just uses his hands and his great eye to just hit the ball. And if it's in a certain area, he's going to hit it up over sort of extra cover mid-off. He plays it quite late, hits it sort of back behind point. But then obviously he does favour the leg side. And I sometimes feel when he tries to overhit it, that bottom hand comes in, he ends up shanking it to the leg side. When he just holds his position, like his second shot of the day, he sort of felt, he's in the mood and he's seen it well.
We thought that the big difference probably in this game was going to be Adil Rashid when he came on. England got a couple of lucky wickets through Bryden Cast. He didn't even bowl particularly well. He just got 2 wickets in 1 over. And then they built themselves back into it, New Zealand. And then there was Adil Rashid came on. But it wasn't Adil Rashid who bowled brilliantly. It was Liam Dawson, who I thought just the intelligence in his bowling and the way he has an individual plan for every different kind of batter. I just thought it was really, really interesting to watch him. He's so much different now than the bowler he was even 5 years ago.
Yeah, the experience, and he just gets better with age, doesn't he? And as you said, which was great, we talk about these matchups now, left-hander can't bowl, left-arm spinner can't bowl to a left-hand bat. I think that's nonsense. I think what he does well, he bowls from over the wicket, but then he sort of drifts it wide. He tries to keep it out of the arc of the left-hander. Obviously, Santner came in and was able to access the offside and play it well. But generally, left-handers are looking to hit to the leg side, and you're taking a little bit of a risk, especially with the ball, because he's not looking to turn it at all. He's just bowling that sort of drifter. So then it hits the upside of the bat and it just goes in the air. Listen, you had a good ground where you can do that because the boundaries were big for a change, which normally doesn't happen in this format of the game anymore. So it was good. He's clever. And as you said, with him and Rashid, what was it, 6 for 70, where the 2 spinners, in Bracewell and Santner, they only got 1 wicket, went for 77. So that was the difference. And, Harry Brook as captain must just love that. He's got these 2 experienced spinners, not young spinners, experienced spinners in his armoury to be able to do that. And then obviously then you can go back to your seam options later if you need to.
What's really interesting is, as I said, Rashid bowls that first over. He only gets hit for 1-6, but didn't look completely on it. And Dawson just picked up the slack almost straight away. New Zealand. Didn't think they bowled particularly well with the new ball. You just said that their spinners didn't take any wickets. I'm not sure they fielded particularly well. And then they lost a lot of wickets to bad balls when they were batting as well. At one stage, I think they had 3 dot balls on free hits. They made a lot of mistakes in this game, Tudes. Like just a lot of mistakes you don't really expect the New Zealand cricket team to make.
Yeah, and you sort of know New Zealand that their skill level is going to be very high. But today it wasn't, and as you said, their fielding wasn't great. Just the throws back to the keeper was a little bit shabby.
A couple of easy drops too.
A couple of easy drops, which you wouldn't expect. And then obviously, with chasing a total of 236, you sort of go in hard at the top. And as Craig said and alluded to when he was on comms, he was saying, you know, if that was 190, 200, it would have been slightly different, and then they would have been a lot closer, and they would have most probably, you know, gone at it slightly different. But chasing 236, they sort of threw everything at it. And as you say, made a few rash decisions, obviously, which cost them their wickets. And then obviously England winning by 65, which is a huge margin in T20 format. Just
throwing ahead to the World Cup, you know, England still are not going to have one of the better spin bowling attacks. But if Rashid can hold and Dawson can stay at this level, they've got something to work with there. But on the other side with New Zealand, it's not so much the bowling of the spin that is the issue, because they have a couple of, you know, they didn't in bowl Ravindra, you know, Phillips can come back in. They've got little bits and pieces with the bowling. But with the batting, I'm just not sure that their batting against spin at the moment is quite at the level that they're going to need for a World Cup. Like England have been struggling with this exact problem for ages. Right at the moment, it looks like New Zealand may be having some issues there as well.
Yeah, especially where it's going to be, as you said, Sri Lanka and India. Well, obviously, you know, it's going to take turns, so you know that's going to be, you know, the diet, isn't it? So listen, they'll most probably have to go away, think about it, think about how they're going to go about playing it, because it's going to be a massive part of the World Cup. So listen, you know, with New Zealand, especially in World Cups, that
they'll still make the semi-final.
They're still going to make the semi-final, don't you? And your heart's thinking, come on, they're going to win it, and it's not going to quite happen, and it'll be another meltdown for them. But listen, they're always a very strong side. They come together as a country, don't they, in a unit, and you know that they're generally gonna be okay. But as you said, there's just little things that you need to try and iron out, and it's better that you do it prior to the World Cup than actually you having this issue during the World Cup.
Yeah, they certainly don't want this issue during the World Cup until the semi-final, when it will flare up again. That was Alex Tudor. I'm Jarrod Kimber. We'll see you again for more Super Over.